Victims' rights, what you're not being told, and why the system wants you silenced. You were told you had victims' rights, but no one told you that they would ignore them. Hi, I'm Sara Raney. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a politician, and I'm a grieving mother, still standing after the justice system tried to silence me. When my son, Dr. Kenley Jean Raney, was killed by a repeat drunk driver, I was told I had victims' rights, but not by the district attorney and not by the so-called victims' rights person in his office. I had to find that out on my own. And by the time I did, most of those rights had already been ignored. No one gave me a guide. No one explained how the system worked. And the people who were supposed to help me, they were more loyal to their boss, the DA, than to me, as a mother had just lost her only child. I didn't just have to fight for my rights. I had to fight against the very office that was supposed to protect them. The district attorney's office not only failed to enforce my rights, they deliberately misled me. The victims' rights coordinator told me things that weren't true, left me in the dark, and shut me out of the process. Instead of guidance, I got silence. Instead of support, I got resistance. I felt like they wanted me to disappear because the less I knew, the easier it was for them to cut a plea deal behind closed doors. That's why this video exists, to tell you the truth before they try to silence yours. Your rights as a crime victim. Let's go over what you're supposed to have. These rights come from the Office for Victims of Crime, OVC, and general legal standards across the U.S. These are your rights. They're not optional. They're not suggestions. And if no one gave them to you, that's not your fault, it's theirs. Number one, the right to be treated with fairness, dignity, and respect. You are supposed to be treated with compassion, not suspicion, and not sarcasm. Whether it's police, prosecutors, or the courts, you are a human being with dignity, not just a bystander to your loved one's death. Number two, the right to be informed. You have the right to know when someone's been arrested, what they're charged with, when the hearings are, if there's a plea deal being discussed, if the offender is being released, transferred, or let out early. But most victims don't get updates. You have to chase them. Sometimes you have to find out by accident. That's not justice. It's cruelty. 3, the right to be heard. You have the right to speak at sentencing, at bail hearings, at parole hearings, and even during plea deal discussions. You can give a victim's impact statement, VIS. They might not want to hear it, but that doesn't mean you don't have the right to say it. 4, the right to be present. You are allowed in the courtroom. They might not like it, they might try to keep you up, but unless your presence could legally affect the outcome, like if you're also a witness, you have every right to sit there, look the offender in the eye, and make sure they know you are watching. 5, the right to confer with the prosecutor. This is a big one. You are supposed to be consulted before any major decision, especially plea bargaining or sentencing. But here's what happened to me. The DA avoided me. Meetings were canceled, rescheduled, or never happened. I was treated like an inconvenience. That is a violation of my rights. Number 6, the right to apply for victims' compensation. Even if the offender is never caught, you may be eligible for help. Things like funeral expenses, counseling, medical bills, lost wages, but no one hands you that form. No one walks you through it. In many cases, you don't even know it exists until it's too late to apply. Now you can see what we're all up against. These are not just benefits. They are legally protected rights. And yes, most victims don't get them. Not because we didn't ask, but because they didn't want us to know. But here's what no one warns you about. I didn't just have to fight for my rights. I had to fight against the very office that was supposed to protect them. The district attorney's office not only ignored my rights, but their own victims' rights person deliberately misled me. Instead of guidance, I got silence. Instead of support, I got resistance. It felt like they wanted me to disappear, because the less I knew, the easier it was for them to cut a deal behind closed doors. That's why this series exists, to tell you the truth before they try to silence yours. So if you have been feeling like you are being pushed out, kept in the dark, or treated like you're a problem, you're not imagining it. I didn't just lose my son. I had to fight to even be acknowledged. I had to fight the very people whose job was supposed to be protecting me. And I know I'm not the only one. This is just part 1. In part 2, I'll go over the rest of your rights, including what to do when they are violated, and how to fight back, and even when the system wants you to be silent. Because let me tell you, they're counting on you to stay silent. They're hoping you'll get tired, give up, and go away. Don't. I am Sara Raney, mother of Dr. Kenley G. Laney, who lost his life due to a drunk driver. Thank you.